Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Monsieur. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a good day. Thank you for tuning in, to following those messages. I'm going to address certain ideas, certain thoughts. I'm going to pull a few cards to offer an oracle. The painting behind me is about the light body. I think I completed it yesterday. For it may feel a little bit fuzzy, but there is a lot of details, and there is all in the planet. There is all in the aura. There is all the symbols of some of the major planets, and it's aligned with the 7 chakras, and some of the Mars and Venus on each side, which will conduct the ignition of the light body. For it is a symbolic painting, something I'm looking forward to ignite my light body. For I've seen it, but I haven't been able to enjoy it yet. So I know it's there. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Angel Tarot. The past, present, and future have to be seen as one experience. The more and more we'll be able to encapsulate past, present, future as part of the oneness of the moment. For in the past is the renewal. It's brand new beginning. Right now we are being elevated. It is the elevation. And in the future, it is the protection, for we are the protector, we are guardians, and we are also being protected and guarded. So do not fear. Know that your guardian angel is always protecting you, no matter what things appear to be. There is a lot of things like fear is a false appearance, appearing real, but they do not exist. So it is important to know you are protected, to focus on the love, to let go, to breathe as much as possible, to be conscious of your breath, and to let go of all the stress. Right now we're working on the accomplishment. There's certain things we need to accomplish, and what will result from that is enthusiasm. So we'll be enthusiastic. There is all reason to be enthusiastic about these new energies that are coming to us. I wanted to say, in many sense, when we address the spiritual realm, the ascended master, the angels, the archangels, consider those beings as your friends already. For they are the only relationship they have to us is a relationship of friendship and service. So in terms of familiarity, after that it depends on the relation, and there is no right or wrong, but find a way to address them, to communicate with them, understand that they really want to serve you. Just be respectful in all your thoughts, be kind. For in many sense we need to create we couldn't be moved back to the source yet, because our mental activity is way too chaotic to assure the safe conduct in the presence of God. So we have to allow our own I am presence to prepare us, to tune us, to cleanse us, to find so we can find a way where we will be able to have safe conduct in the presence of God someday. For this is the ultimate goal of existence, to return to the source. We want to tune into the world of magic. All is real. There is all kinds of reality that part of we call it imagination, but all is real on the 4th dimension. So imagination is the doorway towards the higher planes. And understand that we want to be inclusive as much as possible, although there is some dark things. Understand there is a light within even the darkest being have this divine light within themselves, and so just although we do not want to validate their evil action, we want to let them know they're welcome into the family of light through this power of inclusion, and then they lose that dark power over us as we move into this light and love relationship. Of course, we want to be shielded against all negative thoughts or illusions. So we have to develop certain inner protocols to understand how it works for us, how God wants it to work for us, our soul has planned things for us, and to know what is authorized for us also, because certain things there is one law for everyone, and God does not have favorites. He loves them all, He loves us all equally, but certain things are authorized for us and other things are not authorized for us, and some things can be authorized for somebody else, not authorized for us, and vice versa. And sometimes certain things are authorized at a certain time and no longer authorized at another. I don't mean to sound confusing, but you have to pay attention and go with your feelings in every moment. There is this guidance that is offered. You have to be bold. It's very important to be bold and to seek, to embrace, to approach all those things with strength, courage, love, faith, hope. There is nothing to fear from God or the invisible world. The only thing to fear is fear itself. Supplication, prayer are very useful, for we are addressing the universe. We're letting God know what we want. But in a sense, in the Truth by God explained that invocation, to call on the God, to remember this divine presence within yourself, is even more powerful than any prayer that you can do. The Quran says that there is good in all things, but certain things are not good. There is more bad than there is more danger than pleasure. So God always try to help us, assist us in avoiding to do those things that we can fall into, because darkness, we cannot study darkness, we fell into it. God uses darkness as part of evolution, but as we have to move from darkness into light. Once we are fully integrated within the light, we'll be able to integrate the wholeness of God's program within the lucidity, within the love. We want to ignite this inner sun and breathe in your heart, create this sun, visualize this sun, breathe, send it oxygen, make it grow bigger, stronger, and this is a very powerful way. In many sense, the third and fourth dimension, we live in this dimension because our focal point, we have chosen to participate in this collective soul experience, but as we move our consciousness, the focal point will become fifth, sixth, seventh dimension, or whatever, and then that will become our main reality. For now, this is our main reality, but we are tuning into higher realms, so slowly, but we'll become more comfortable to ascend. Also want to say that love is not an emotion, it is an eternal force, and also understanding that God is recognizable. God has not created man as his own image with the inability to communicate with God. And so Jesus said, my Father and I are one. So it is Jesus was just born as a normal person to eliminate all kinds of in a bestowal mission he was bestowing his love and light into the world, and so he resolved that problem. So we have this ability to commune and communicate with God. God will find a way is always able to find a way. He can reveal himself at any point to any beings in any form, but he only does it in a way that serves the soul. We've been living in top, when we're seeking ascension, it is like we're on the top of a mountain, we are receiving the cosmic energy and we are above but it's going to be time to go down to the valleys, to return to the valleys. And so understanding that we don't really control anything. Whatever control we have, it is God that allows us to believe that we have control, but at any time life can show us something that makes us, all those ideas of control are completely illusionary. And so understanding it is a training education, as far as I know. All human beings are being trained to become creator in the grand universe at some point. So there is a great deal of education, responsibility. Once you become a creator, you raise yourself to the level where you can actually create in the universe, in the cosmos. Then there is a great deal of responsibility and certain maturity that is needed. So right now we are being trained. We want to be children of God before and recognizing ourselves as a child of God, and to be to live as much as possible within the goodness of that connection, understanding that it's good to seek to walk without help, without assistance, to work with the blood angels, to transmute all the restriction and limitation. I realize that I have to admit that I have much gratitude, eternal gratitude, for God has liberated my consciousness many years ago. Now it is just a matter of working all those things that I need to do on the earth plane. Because as artists and spiritualists, we have to be on the forefront of consciousness. We have to be on the crest of the wave of what is going on to present that. But understand this light that I'm presenting is just a reflection of your own light, the only true light that there will ever be. There is only one light, but it is your own light within yourself that is unfolding or receiving all this information. Jupiter has been going through Scorpio, and so we've purged all kinds of subconscious thing, and now is moving into Sagittarius. Today there is an alignment of Jupiter and the Sun with Mercury in the mix, and so it gives us a great power. Use today, because today is a very powerful where we get a lot of personal energy to fulfill whatever things we couldn't do in the past. Jupiter and the Sun makes it possible today. And to realize sometimes we need to practice abnegation, which is one of the infinite virtues of the heart. Abnegation is the ability to understand. We love to do certain things, but we can do without. So it is something that we're working with. Did I pull some cards of the Akash? No, I'm going to pull some cards of the Akash. So this is a painting about the light body. I also wanted to say in relation, this is a painting that's about my friend Thoth, the master Thoth, and here there is the goddess Mat, Horus, Onomia, and here, but it's not a finished piece, but it is centered. The painting is centered around the hawk, And it is the cross that is a symbol of eternal life. The idea is that we live in an horizontal matrix that's called the cross of matter, linear time. But the God is spirit is circular and eternal. So it is about bringing this eternal consciousness of spirit into the cross of matter in order for spirit to be dominant over matter. So there is a great deal of power that will be recovered. Maybe we'll rediscover those technologies. And I also wanted to show this painting I've been working on. It's my third astrological self-portrait. It's becoming it's not finished, but it's becoming more interesting, and it's going to be really nice when it's going to be done. I keep working on it. What else did I want to say? In many sense, we are engaged in an eternal adventure with God. God is engaged. God on paradise is God, but in the universe, He's sharing this experience of this adventure of time and space with us. So let's make some space to share some more of your life with your Creator, with your Source, with this higher intelligence. No matter, even if we do not grasp or conceive, we can accept that presence and allow God to work with you. For life will become a lot easier once we are able to draw on this consciousness from the cosmic mind and to be informed of the things, the ins and outs. We will be able to assist in a more gentle way. The highest wisdom for us today is knighthood. We need to stick to our principles. What we need to understand is fear. We need to understand our fear, to deactivate them. So it is important to allow our fear, to welcome our fear, to love our fear, to say, fear, I love you, come to me. But they are running away, of course, because fear does not want to be loved. Fear is just a construct like time. It is not a real thing in the universe. It is a factor in a dimensional matrix that we have chosen to allow ourselves to be conditioned by it. And it is the same thing to move into love, for love is not an emotion, fear is not an emotion. It is those are primal energy matrix, primal dualistic antimatter function that either we work through separation or inclusion, we work through fear or through love. And so we have to condition ourselves to use love as the fuel of our creation. For fear is informing us of a danger, that's very useful, but fear is not meant to be used as a motor of creation. Do not project fear into your future. There's absolutely no need. The only thing that we'll do is, that's what a lot of people do in the media and all those things. They keep projecting those fear into the future, and they complain that they're coming into like a very dramatic situation in their life because they keep projecting those fears. So let yourself, do not cultivate fear, avoid all sorts of, eventually we want to avoid all things that are sending fear. When I look at the news and all those things, it is not I have this shield that protects me because I do not try to get informed from what they call the news, which is mostly disinformation, but I want to know what is being communicated to the people. So that's why I have a tendency to follow that. What we need to do is the orphan. We need to reconnect to that love, to that to our mother Earth, the mother of the universe, to our Father God, to the One, to our guides, to our soul. We'll never be alone. God could never leave us alone, but He had to allow us the permission. He gave us the permission to believe that we were alone, and sometimes for thousands of incarnations, but we've never been alone. God has never left us, always been there and always looking after us. No matter what happened, He knows that we'll grow from it. But ask for your life to be easy, to be graceful every day. And the outcome is the galactic, for that's what it is. It's the ascension of consciousness to the realm of spirit, to the realm of eternal crystalline consciousness. I'm going to finish with a song. I hope this video was interesting about this great artist and photographer, a publicist that was very adventurous person. And this is a song of David Bowie that we wrote about Andy Warhol, and it's a pretty funny song, so hope you like it. I'm sure you. David Bowie is not, I love his music, but it's really hard to sing. He was really good at singing it, but it's really hard to interpret it. For some musicists, after an artist that wrote a lot of music passed away and move on, they want the music to stay alive and to be kept singing. So it is important to use the arts to make our life better. Like to take a cement fix, be a standing cinema, dress my friends up just for show, see them as they really are. Put the people in my brain, 2 new pants to have a go. Like to be a gallery put you all inside my show. Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall. Andy Warhol's silver screen can't tell them apart at all. Andy walking, Andy tired, Andy take a little snooze, tie him up when he's fast asleep, send him on a pleasant cruise. When he wakes up on the sea, be sure he thinks of me and you. He thinks about paint and he thinks about glue. What a jolly boring thing to do. Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall. Andy Warhol's silver screen can't tell them apart at all. Thank you very much. Hope you like this song. For Andy Warhol was the most expensive photographer of all time, as far right now. And I do want to go back to photography. I've got some great photographs I've never really exploited. I did one exhibition at the Barclays Bank here, but it was very. It's still in the process. In the future, I'm going to use more photography in my art. I am a good photographer, and it's just a new. A new creative aspect for photography is well accepted within the realm. There is a lot of people that appreciate photography as a form of art, although there is a technological assistance in the process of photo, and it's like click clack, merci, thank you Kodak, but there is a whole process. It depends on the intention of the person and how it comes out. For there is I'm going to pull a card from Rumi. It's the courage of your love. The courage of your love, for love can transform, love can transcend, love includes. It is so we have to allow this love to become stronger, and use this day with Jupiter and the assistance with the Sun will give us this new power, this new understanding, and so it is a shifting day, a very powerful shifting day. I hope you enjoy it, and I will return to you soon, God willing, inshallah, and I wish you a really powerful shifting day. Be open to surprises, miracle, and unexpected. For Jupiter is really the planet of the unexpected, of the miracle possible. It is the all-powerful expansion, although this power of Zeus is conditioned by a very small planet that's in the outer solar system that's called Zeus, and this is really a small planet that's extremely powerful. It controls the whole system of Jupiter to influence the Earth. So you can tune into those magic forces of the universe to understand the planets are your assistant. They're here to return your power to you, so that you can fulfill your mission here on the Earth and be happy and joyful and content within that process. I thank you very much, and I wish you a good day. Namaskar.